Before she laces up her boots as Catwoman in the upcoming film The Batman next month, Zoe Kravitz stars in her first ever leading role in Steven Soderbergh's latest thriller, Kimi. The film was just recently released on HBO Max, and in this film, Kravitz plays as a local tech worker with agoraphobia. She is terrified of leaving her home and has a tough time being in open spaces without feeling the need of being in danger. Until one day, while listening to a recorded stream on the Kimi about a possible homicide, she must get out of her comfort zone to report the incident, and the only way to do that is by conquering her fear of getting into the outside world. Now, as much as I've talked about different directors on this channel, the one director that I haven't really watched a lot of his filmography is Steven Soderbergh, considering the fact that his films have really just never captured my attention. The only film that really I did watch from him prior to this film was Contagion, which I thought was a very good, excellent medical thriller. But other than that, other films like Ocean's 11 and Magic Mike, they just really haven't caught my attention, really, at most. But then lately, I actually did hear about a film called Traffic, which he did direct and won the Academy Award for Best Director. And also, this was just somewhere in my parents' room, and I'm actually curious to see what this film is actually able to do. I heard it is his best work, but in terms of this film, I was excited just considering the fact that, well, there was no other films coming out, and also considering the fact that this is Zoe Kravitz's first time in the leading role, so we just get a little bit of taste of what she's capable of. Now, I get that this is not the first time that we've seen Zoe Kravitz in a film before. We've seen her in Mad Max Fury Road, and we've seen her in Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse as Mary Jane, but those are very smaller roles, and they really didn't give her enough screen time to flesh out what she is truly capable of in terms of acting. So in this film, I was actually really excited to see what she was able to do, and by God, she did deliver, because the film Kimi is a good thriller film. Now, I wouldn't consider this film to be better than Contagion, but for what it is as a small basic thriller film, it's actually quite acceptable, and it's actually well directed. What Soderbergh was able to do was capture the psychological aspect in the eyes of an agoraphobic, which I thought he did very well in executing that, because as I've read through research in terms of what agoraphobics actually go through in real life, the illustration in this film is actually quite accurate. At first, some of the music choices during the intense chase scenes, I actually did find the music score to be a little bit unfitting, and I didn't actually think it quite fit the tone per se, but after rewatching it for a second time, I actually did say like, you know what, that music choices, it's not bad. And I think actually the more I actually watch it, the more I think it actually did felt well more suiting for it. But the best thing about this entire film has to go to Zoe Kravitz. She is one hell of an actress, and I think she was the best part about this entire film. She does give off this complexity of a character who is trying to face her inner demons, which I think anybody can relate to. And it's just a nice warm welcome to see a brand new face in Hollywood as the next big leading actress. I am looking very much forward to her portrayal as Catwoman even more, and also, this is not even just the end of it, this is just the beginning of her career. If she does keep this up and the momentum keeps happening, I do think that Zoe Kravitz's career will have a bright future for many years to come. Now, this is not a perfect film, it does have its flaws, and it mostly has to do with the storytelling. The part that it does mention in the trailer, although it doesn't mention the synopsis, which I think is weird for some odd reason, it's just that they say that there is the company that works within the Kimi Corporation, there's a lot of corruption in it, and they're trying to stop her from telling the truth, and they're just trying to just sweep it under the rug, which I'm fine with that. It's part of the thrilling, but the thing that I never understood is there is a subplot towards another character that they go back and forth between Kravitz's character and another man, and I'm thinking, like, it doesn't actually fit well. Like, it takes me out of the film, and also it gets confusing at times. I had to rewatch the film twice just to understand it, but a first time viewing, I was like, huh? Also, the last flaw I can really say does come within the third act climax. I did think that it was a bit anticlimactic, and it was rushed a bit, because considering the fact that this movie's only an hour and 30 minutes long, I do think the third act could have been spread it out a little bit more, but that's just my own take on it. But besides other than that, this film is a really good thriller film if you do want to see it on HBO Max, and considering the fact that there's not a lot of other films coming out lately, I actually do recommend watching this film, and if you just want to get a little bit of taste of Zoe Kravitz's performance, then I highly recommend this film. So for the final score, I'm going to give Kimi an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Look forward to more movie reviews to come along in the future. So anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, subscribe here to the channel for more content, and until then, I'll see you in the next video.